Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and now welcome here to Osaka. Mokarimatsuka Buji Buji Dena here for tonight's B-League playoff fixture between our hosts Osaka Evessa and the visitors, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. It's B-League playoffs, East versus West, and we're live here. Well, Osaka Evessa coming up with a very big victory last week. They were led by DJ Newble, but not to mention players such as Ira Brown stepping up big time along with Garrett Stutz and Josh Harrelson, Ryogo Sumino, and Tatsuya Ito, all making a big performance. There is downtown Ira Brown, one of the best here in the B-League, has also featured for the Japanese national team at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, he's just one of those tough players. But there is Nick Fazekas, one of the primetime players, and of course, the best center for the Japanese national team, as we've seen him carry Japan and the Kawasaki Brave Thunders time and time again. Well, if you look at the style of how these two teams play, very different games. Of course, Kawasaki Brave Thunders try to run everything through Nick Fazekas, and there's DJ Newbill, one of the top backcourt players in the B-League. Obviously a very promising player. Well, Yuma Fuji along with Naoya Kumagaye. Again, a lot to be said about these players. Very big performance is going to be needed for them tonight, that's for sure. Well, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, you know, they're a team that really has stumbled their way up the conference this season. There you can see finishing third place in the West behind Utsunomiya Brex and the Chiba Jets. Chiba Jets being led by Yuki Togashi, while Utsunomiya Brex by Ryan Rossiter, Kai Tabs. Well, it is noted that, of course, Ryoko Golden Kings and Mikawa Seahorses also making that playoff spot. The Golden Card obviously going to Sunrocker Shibuya and Toyama Grouses. That having been said, you just look how competitive the Western Conference is. Think about it there, 6th place, Tokyo Avark. I mean, they could have given themselves good contention for the playoffs as they played in the Eastern Conference. But again, that's about how disciplined and how competitive the West is. I mean, it's just so strong. And there you can see the matchup. Utsunomiya Brex will be taking on the Sunrocker Shibuya as we host this game here in Osaka. Ryoko Golden Kings, that matchup will be interesting. While Mikawa, they'll be going up against the Chiba Jets in their quarterfinal. And this is the B-League champions. The championship playoff, of course. Quarterfinals leading on to the semis. Who will the Kawasaki Brave Thunders face if they beat Osaka? But if Osaka beats them, who could they go against? As we said, Utsunomiya Brex have been the greatest team this year in the B-League. Well, there are our coaches for tonight. Kenji Sato, of course, and Kensako Tenichi. Two coaches that have done absolutely fantastically. And here are some highlights from their previous win. Well, there was a kick out there from Ira Brown, just kicking that one out downtown and finding DJ Newbill. That was against the Mikawa Seahorses. Well, it was a big win for Osaka Evessa to come up with this victory. And a big time duck there by throw it down, Ira Brown. Throw it down. Well, Ira Brown now becoming one of the top players here in Japanese basketball. A nice little play and another little flush dunk throwdown. Well, that was just beautiful basketball to say the least. That was Garrett Stutz there with the beautiful dunk. Again, just a change of pace, another kick out, and Ira Brown hit the big-time three-pointer. And what a treble that was. Well, here are the highlights from Kawasaki. And again, no surprise to see Nick Fazekas there going to work as Ryosei Shinoyama kicks it out. A big-time three from downtown. This time it's Pablo Aguilar, the Spanish international. Fazekas goes to high-low play and a beautiful little flush dunk. Well, you got to love the way Kawasaki Brave Thunders play for each other. Jordan Heath there. Again, that time he had the flush dunk. I don't know how Nick Fazekas does it, but somehow, some way, just able to find that little drop off the basket. But again, passing ability here, knocks it out to Jordan Heath. And Heath with the Downtown three-pointer. Again, beautiful basket by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Shinoyama with a little flush and just able to spot out there. Finds Pablo Aguilar, and Aguilar just throws that one down. And that was a big victory for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Very convincing over the Shibuya Sunrockers. Well, here are the lineups, of course. You know, you're going to probably see in the starting lineup for Osaka Evessa, but let's take a look at how DJ Nubo will line up tonight. You probably most likely will be seeing Zen Endo in this lineup along with Tatsuya Ito. Now, Tatsuya Ito is one of those players that really knows how to change pace and just go a whole new level. Again, it's just a big, big lineup they have. Garrett Stutz, there you can see Josh Harrelson, Kenji Sato, their head coach. And now we look at the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Now, players to look out for, Yuma Fuji, along with Nick Fazekas. Well, they haven't seen Matthias Kalfani too much in the lineup, but Naoto Tsuji, again, is a very, very top player for this team. Well, one also player to look out for is Ryusei Shinoyama. Well, Shinoyama, of course, did feature for the Japanese national team at the FIBA World Cup, and no doubt we're going to see him this summer at the FIBA Asia Cup and probably the Olympics. Well, now we're going to look at the starting lineups for this game. And again, it's going to be a very interesting matchup to see how these two teams match up, of course. I mean, look, for Osaka, I won't be surprised if we see Sumino Nakamura, DJ Newbill, Ira Brown, and Harrelson. I mean, that is a very good starting lineup for them. Right now, we're going to take a look here at Kawasaki Brave Thunders. There you can see, well, they're going to start with number 0, Fuji, number 14, Tsuji. Fazekas will also make up the starting lineup. He is playing number 22. Pablo Aguilar and Jordan Heath all make the starting lineup here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, that's a very, very big lineup. I mean, you got to look at the size they have there. Jordan Heath probably going to play the power forward role. Nick Fazekas, I mean, he is a center that really likes to step out and shoot the three-pointer. But again, it'll be very interesting to see how well they match up here with Osaka Evessa. And now we take a look at the home side's starting lineup. And again, very, very key lineup to look out for is how well Ira Brown. Now, if I'm Ira Brown, I'm going to try and look at the size here and beat them with speed. But again, it'll be interesting to see how these two teams match up with each other. Well, Osaka Evessa, a club rich in Japanese basketball history. Notable, one of their former coaches was Bill Cartwright, the former teammate of Michael Jordan. And there you can see there is their starting lineup with Sumino Nakamura, DJ Newbill, Ira Brown, and Harrelson. Well, there are the starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's game, and we are set to get underway. Right now, it is the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, our visitors, versus the hosts, Osaka Evessa. Don't go anywhere, as we are set for tip. It's live here, and it's the B-League quarterfinals. The tempo is going to be key in this game, of course. But again, if you think about the lineups of how well, I mean, I've got a feeling right now that Ira Brown's going to have a big game tonight because he's going to look at the size mismatch and think he's going to go with speed and power to come up with a big victory here tonight. That is an interesting matchup there because DJ Newbill looks like he's going to match up in the backcourt with Fuji or Tsuji, and that could be key, of course, but we will find out. Right now, Jordan Heath is going to jump, I believe, with Josh Harrelson, and this could be key. Ladies and gentlemen, finds off now to DJ Newbill, top of the key here with the ball, gives up to Ira Brown. Brown now looking for a handoff with Newbill. Newbill down the middle, finds Ira Brown, baseline, reverse layup, can't get it. Great help side defense there by Nick Fazekas. And now the Kawasaki Brave Thunders with Yuma Fuji, waste no time in getting the ball up the court. Fuji now comes off one screen, heavily guarded, takes a fadeaway jump shot. Yuma Fuji with the big time shot. Well, tough play there by Yuma Fuji. Was heavily guarded, had a hand in his face, but was able to knock down the jump shot. Osaka Evessa will try their luck from downtown. He hits a big time three-pointer. Well, that is Ryogo Sumino. Sumino there stepped up with a lot of confidence, and we saw that in the last game they had against the Mikawa Seahorses. Well, Fuji's made his last shot, makes it 2 for 2 from the field, and already he is finding a lot of confidence in that mid-range jump shot, and that could be a problem for Osaka Evessa if they don't defend that pick and roll very well with Fuji and Nick Fazekas. DJ Newbill now comes off the screen with Ira Brown, splits the defense, turns it over. Aguilar with a steal, and now Fuji will look to push. Fuji finds Fazekas. Fazekas, a quick three. Doesn't get it, but gets his own rebound. Fazekas all the way uncontested, and Nick Fazekas, well, somebody's got to put a body on him and box him out. I mean, that is just too easy. Remember, Nick Fazekas is one of the best here in the... As they pick and pop now with Josh Harrelson. Osaka defensively didn't do their homework with Fazekas. Harrelson dates away right in the face of Pablo Aguilar. There you can see a tough shot by Josh Harrelson. Again, really enjoying that post-up game he's had here so far. Well, here comes the pick and roll sequence for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Go down low, but a foul has been called. Not a bad pass there by Naito Tsuji, trying to find Jordan Heath wide open. Just was able to get the ball to him. Again, a good play. The foul has been called on DJ Newbill, and they're going to probably need him to stay out of foul trouble if they're going to come up with a victory here tonight. There's another love pass. Heath under the basket gets rejected. Well, Josh Harrelson said, "No in Mikasa, not in my house." Newbill now goes down the middle, kicks out to Ira Brown. He can make these. Brown from downtown. Ira Brown hits the three-pointer. Ira Brown now, veteran player, but still playing like his youthful days. Just such a tough player. Guarded Nick Fazekas now. Tsuji now gets a handoff with Fazekas. Here comes a switch on defense. Finds Fazekas under the basket. Nick Fazekas. And again, a pick and roll sequence. Well, they got the switch. They were able to get Ira Brown off of Nick Fazekas, and that was what gave Kawasaki Brave Thunders the mismatch. Back to Brown now. Brown's made one shot in the corner. Takes another one. Can't get this one. Well, Jordan Heath and Nick Fazekas almost fight over the rebound, but they are able to secure it. Here comes a crossover now with Fuji now back out here. Go down low to Jordan Heath. Heath guarded by DJ Newbill. Great defense by Harrelson. Well, they got to shoot this now. Pablo Aguilar from downtown. He can't get it. Josh Harrelson secures a rebound, and now Osaka Evessa can push this one. DJ Newbill left wide open on the perimeter. Takes a step back, does the pull George shot, can't get it. Fazekas with a rebound. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunders just start to build a little bit of momentum here. If they can try to catch Osaka Evessa off guard on transition, then they could help themselves. Throws up a prayer. Very poor shot. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Osaka Evessa ball there. Knew what he was trying to do there. Naoto Tsuji was trying to draw the contact, but again, just wasn't able to make that contact and draw the foul. So again, it's a poor shot and a careless turnover for the Kawasaki. Turns it over now. They got Jordan Heath ahead of him. Tsuji now decides to slow this one down. Left wide open, takes an open three-pointer. Aguilar with a rebound, and now Fazekas doesn't get it. Well, Nick Fazekas already 2 good looks from the perimeter, hasn't been able to knock him down. Again, you'd expect him to hit those three-pointers for the kind of player that Nick Fazekas is. Harrelson now, pump fakes, takes the mid-range, and Josh Harrelson. Well, Nick Fazekas is going to have to try to ensure Harrelson doesn't get those shots off, because if he starts making those now, it could be a long night for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Pump fakes now. Back to Fazekas. Down to Jordan Heath, and a foul has been called, and the foul is going to be called on Ryogo Sumino. Well, nice little dump down there from Nick Fazekas to find Jordan Heath. And Sumino with no choice but to foul him. Baseline ball now to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Get the ball down with a pump fake. Goes down the middle, hangs in the air, and he gets a finger roll. Well, tough play there by Naoto Tsuji. Again, a strong drive. So Relson tries another shot, doesn't get it. Well, again, not a lot to statistically separate these two teams as we saw coming into this game, but right now, one thing you can definitely be sure is that Kawasaki Brave Thunders, definitely a very clinical basketball team. They know how to close games out, as we saw in their victory against the Utsunomiya BLEAGUE a few weekends ago. Tsuji now comes off one screen kicks this one out, finds Pablo Aguilar, and the man from Spain can't get it. And already, Osaka Evessa wastes no time in getting the ball up the court. Tatsuya Ito was big in their victory against the Mikawa Seahorses. Again, was just able to play a different tempo of basketball. Ito comes off one screen now, goes over the basket. Oh, gets rejected. Well, Jordan Heath made the recovery. I mean, look at Jordan Heath there on the help side. Comes over. I mean, he's playing volleyball. Get out of here. Jordan Heath said, Tatsuya Ito, not in my house. Get out of here. Well, Garrett Stutz just checks into the game now, and a quick, easy basket there for Osaka Evessa. Ryogo Sumino does very well there to make the contact and kiss that one off the glass. Heath now kicks this one out to Fazekas. Might try another three-pointer from downtown. Nails it. Beautiful basketball there. Naoto Tsuji. This man has come out like a house on fire, and I think it was all 2 pointers. He had a foot on the line. Foul has been called against the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. I believe that's on Nick Fazekas, possibly. No, it's called on Takumi Hasegawa. Well, Hasegawa committed the foul. Right now, Garrett Stutz, who's only just checked into the game, try to get things going a little bit better, but here's the mismatch. Oh, steals the ball, turns it over, and now Kawasaki Brave Thunders look to push this one. Tsuji calls for the pick. Comes off one screen. Comes off another one now. There's the mismatch. Finds Fazekas. Fazekas, I missed it. Well, that's the play they want. They want to go pick and roll to try and isolate Nick Fazekas against the smaller guards. And they really want to force Osaka Evessa to make that switch. Change now for Osaka Evessa is coming into the game for them is number 3, Elliot Donnelly. Well, Elliot Donnelly did have a very quiet game against the Mikawa Seahorses, and they'll be hoping in this game that he can get off the mark and just probably have a little bit of a more productive evening for the Osaka Evessa. Change of ball there, and again, the kind of start they would have wanted. Well, this is where they got to be a little bit more clinical. Shinoyama's checked into the game, but Tsuji for another 3 doesn't get it. Big rebound by Ira Brown. Tatsuya Ito now pushes this one. Brown now looking to isolate, takes it down the middle, hangs in the air, and Ira Brown just simply unstoppable. Impossible to guard is Ira Brown. Shinoyama now comes off one screen, traveled with it. Oriose Shinoyama tried to do a Euro step there, but was unable to. I mean, watch this. Here he comes off the screen. Tries to go for a Euro step. Right hit, great defense by Tatsuya Ito, forcing him into a turnover. Ito all the way with a little fang roll. I mean, that is just beautiful. Tatsuya Ito making a drive there, just with the composure to hold the ball in his right hand and to finish the layup. Sushi now kicks out to Nick Fazekas. Shinoyama finds Fazekas. Fazekas puts him a little jump hook. He can't get it. Osaka Evessa playing some great defense now, forcing the Kawasaki Brave Thunders into some really tough shots, making everything difficult. Nick Fazekas unable to contain the basketball. So now will be baseline ball to the Osaka Evessa. And again, of the two teams, definitely looking more confident. It's Tatsuhito now. Matias Calfani from Uruguay, as he played for San Lorenzo de Magro in the FIBA Americas League a couple seasons ago. A two-time champion with San Lorenzo de Magro. Just have a slight delay in game right now as both these two teams so baseline ball now here to Osaka Evessa. Gets the ball inbound, takes a quick shot. The shot is up, no good. But Jordan Heath was unable to secure the rebound. Again, it's that man, Tatsuhito. Ito kicks this one out. He goes down low. Orelson, jump hook, he can't get it. Finally, Kawasaki Brave Thunders are able to secure the rebound. Tries to give a go scenario down the middle. Pump fakes, kicks out. Calfani tries a three-pointer, doesn't get it. Finds Orelson now. Orelson, this is what he likes to make. Yeah, he's gotten a little bit cold there. It's two good looks for the last shots to Josh Orelson. Unable to knock him down. Again, he's usually a very high percentage shooter from those positions. Shinoyama now off one screen. Kicks this one out while Heath tries a three-pointer. Again, both teams gone very cold, but they get the offensive rebound. A fresh 14. Shinoyama tries a three-pointer. Ryosei Shinoyama. Well, it was only in 2019 where Ryosei Shinoyama made the one-handed fadeaway against Qatar for Japan at the FIBA World Cup. And it was the famous arigato gozaimasu shot. Again, great help side defense by Matias Calfani. And now Kawasaki Brave Thunders can push this one. Shinoyama kicks out to Calfani. He's down the middle now, all the way. Doesn't get the and one, but he will go to the free throw line now for two shots. Well, it's amazing what a simple three-pointer on the previous play can do to the confidence of a basketball team. And right now, you can see the Kawasaki Brave Thunders just starting to settle into this game much better. He makes a second free throw. Right now, Kawasaki Brave Thunders were a very small two-point lead here over Osaka Evessa. Tatsuhito tries to go down the middle, kicks this one out. Sumino. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, not a lot to separate these two teams. And again, it is quarterfinal basketball. But you can just hear the nerves settling in between these two. And we'll just show you some highlights and some stats from the first quarter. And that is as it stands right now, as the visitors lead this one 18-16 over Osaka Evessa. Well, here are some highlights, of course, from the first quarter. There you can see Ira Brown hitting a three-pointer wide open in the corner. Well, Ira Brown's going to have to be a very, very big difference in this game. It's interesting how these two teams have approached this game, of course. There you can see the Osaka Evessa going with a much smaller lineup with Josh Harrelson as their center. Well, of course, for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, I mean, did they go big in this game or what? Nick Fazekas, Jordan Heath, and along with Pablo Aguilar, Ryusei Shinoyama-san is now into the game. And a quick three-pointer. The three is up. The three is good from downtown. Kawasaki Brave Thunders lighten it up. And that was a big-time three-pointer. That was number 24, Yuto Otsuka. Well, Otsuka just checked into the game. Again, they know what he can do from downtown. They got to get a hand up to him. Stutz goes down to Ira Brown. Brown tries to dish it off to Josh Harrelson. They turn it over. So now Matthias Calfani goes give and go. Kicks out to Shinoyama. Shinoyama baseline dish, like turns it over. Poor play there by Ryusei Shinoyama. As he comes off of Garrett Stutz, so there will be possession to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, it was a beautiful build-up there. You can see great movement by Osaka Evessa to get that wide open three-pointer, but again, they couldn't capitalize. Well, Yasunori Aoki, excuse me, Gomenasai. Aoki checks into the game now for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. In the lane, uncontested, nobody got it. But now you can see Harrelson transition, good ball movement. Three is up, three is good. All of a sudden, Osaka Evessa starting to line it up. And again, it's that man one more time, Ryogo Sumino. Little dish off there, Jordan Heath under the basket, and Jordan Heath able to tuck it away. Again, these two teams keep going back and pegging at each other. Ira Brown has to kick this one. Harrelson from downtown. Again, he has gone very cold. But Ira Brown turns it over a little too casual. As Matthias Calfani comes up with it. Calfani now pick and roll, kicks out. Heath tries another three-pointer, doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound, this time by Keisuke Masuda. Masuda now under 10, the shot clock, has to kick this one out, finds Calfani, pump fakes. Calfani, step back. Oh, baby! Matias Calfani from downtown Montevideo, Uruguay. Muchos gracias, mi amigo. I mean, look at this. Takes a pump fake right there. Garrett Stutz makes a step back. I mean, that is from downtown Montevideo. As you would say in Spanish, dame 3 puntos, por favor. Matias Calfani. And he loves it. Well, Matias Calfani, as we mentioned, one of the primetime players for San Lorenzo de Almagro in the FIBA Americas League, where he was a teammate of Gabriel Deck, who's now playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now it's only iconic that Matias Calfani is playing for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So both two former San Lorenzo de Almagro players playing for franchises across the globe, both under the name Thunder. Question is, who got the name Thunder first? But that doesn't matter right now. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, right now, it's all about the B-League playoffs because Kawasaki Brave Thunders, I mean, they are showing some dominance in this game. So Matias Calfani now, again, didn't play too much in the last few games, but right now, coming into this game playing very much a good role player's role. There you can see a strong matchup with Garrett Stutz and Ira Brown looking to throw that one downtown, but Brown another turnover, and Osaka Evessa really struggling at the moment. Unable to sort of get a good look at the basket. Again, it's a poor turnover. DJ Newbill try to go pick and roll, but great defense again by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They don't switch on the pick and roll, but they are able to cause enough problems. And now Yasunori Aoki. Some penetration down the middle. Well, he had the room, but you can see Kafani ran right into him. Well, that is from no man's and doesn't get it. Well, if he made that, that would have been a huge three-pointer. Down the middle now, pulls up with a mid-range shot, in and out, can't get it. Stutz with a rebound, he can't get it. Another offensive rebound by Tatsuya Ito. The foul has been called on Yasunori Aoki. Right now, Osaka Vesta just need to compose themselves right now and try to contain the rebounds, because right now, the moment, Kawasaki Brave Thunders are just doing it on both ends of the court. And Yuma Fuji-san checks back into the game now for Kawasaki. DJ Newbill now looking to go pick and roll here with Garrett Stutz. Newbill pulls up for a three-pointer. Nothing but net. DJ Newbill. Sugoi makes the three-pointer. Now Calvani kicks this one out. Wanted to go pick and roll, but didn't use it. Finds him out Calvani again. Calvani gets fouled. Matthias Calvani will go to the free throw line here. 2 shots. As we mentioned, originally from Montevideo, Uruguay, is Matthias Calvani, one of the top players in the national team program. Well, Calvani had a very good season, actually 2 good seasons in the FIBA Americas League for San Lorenzo de Almagro. Again, it was after that second back-to-back championship that he made the move out here to Japan. So he puts Kawasaki Brave Thunders up by 5 points again. Down the middle now, kicks out. They had the three-point, didn't take it. Good ball movement to go down low to Garrett Stutz. Stutz in the lane. Great defense. And Pablo Aguilar just doing an excellent job on defense here for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Fuji now off one screen. Fuji forces up into somehow, some way, Yuma Fuji, and he wants a foul. Yuma Fuji says, I got touched on that one. I should be going to the free throw line for a three-point play, but the official let him play going. This is what the physicality of this game, very strong. Three-point, didn't take it, but DJ Newbill made his last one, makes this one. DJ Newbill hits his last 2 three-point field goals. Cuts it down to a 4-point ball game with just over 5 minutes to go here. And an offensive foul there. Legal screen set by Matthias Calvani, so it's a turnover for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So now Kawasaki Brave Thunders just putting a bit of full court pressure here on DJ Nubo. And again, they got to try and make it very difficult for him is Keisuke Masuda. Now Josh Harrelson looking for a handoff for Nubo. Nubo's made his last 2 3-pointers. Doesn't get this one. Rebound, and now push down the other end. Aguilar looking for a handoff, of course. Cross court, finds Calfani for 3. Matias Calfani can't get it. Made his last one, didn't get this one. Down the middle now, great help side defense off the backboard, doesn't get it. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Kawasaki Brave Thunder's ball, as the last touch did come from Ira Brown. We got a timeout now, as these two teams want to talk it over. But as it stands at the moment, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders are in control, 29-25. Well, watch DJ Nubo here coming off the screen, and nothing but net from downtown. Well, the screen was set by Garrett Stutz, but look how high he elevates, and just the follow through there on the shot. Osaka Evessa, right now they do need to win this game, as they are on the home court. Well, there was a 3-pointer from Ira Brown from downtown. Well, the following fixture between these two teams will be tomorrow, Game 2 of the B-League. Remember, it's a best-of-3 series between Kawasaki Brave Thunders and Osaka Evessa. Right now, this home game being played here at Osaka's home arena. 7,000 seat capacity. So now with 4:22 to go here in the first half, and as it stands, Osaka Evessa a little bit slow to come out of this game, but you can see Pablo Aguilar playing the 5 role. Well, now he's going to move to the power forward role because Nick Fazekas is coming to the game. Well, possibly we could see him actually go to the 3 role because now Jordan Heath is back into the game as well. Again, there you can see the matchup between Ira Brown and Fazekas. Down low to Jordan Heath. Heath kicks out. Aguilar's taking a few threes tonight, and this time Pablo Aguilar de España makes a 3-pointer. Seven-point lead now to Kawasaki, and another turnover. As Pablo Aguilar came up with loose ball, got away with a travel there. Now it's a 9-point lead to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. In the lane now, draws a foul. Foul is going to be called on Keisuke Masuda. Masuda a little too slow to react there. Just a reach in on the hand, and against a good call by the official. Well, now Harrelson, the low block, tries to back down against Jordan Heath, kicks out to Ira Brown. Brown with a big time 3-pointer, and that is huge from Ira Brown. That just does their confidence a lot of good because they were struggling to get good shots off, and again, stepping up and making a huge 3-pointer is Ira Brown. Spins around, beautiful move, and he doesn't get the and one. Well, somebody show me the replay of that of Yuma Fuji-san. I mean, look at this. Fuji does a spin out on 2 players. I mean, that is what they call in Japanese totemo muzukashi. That was a tough play, of course, but Dan was unable to make the three-point play, but we'll go to the free throw line now here for 2 shots. As he makes the first one. Well, Yuma Fuji becoming one of the top backcourt players here. Well, he makes the second one. Now we're under 3 minutes to go here. And it looks like a Kawasaki Brave Thunders again just started to settle into this game and have a bit of control, but Ira Brown with a mid-range shot. And again, he knocks it one. Knocks that one down. Ira Brown. Tough shot by the veteran player. Remember, as we mentioned already, having played for the Japanese national team, Yuma gets called for an offensive foul. Well, Yuma Fuji made the penetration. Just pushed off a little too aggressively. Tatsuya Ito left wide open. Doesn't take too many three-pointers. Ira Brown unable to secure the rebound. And now Kawasaki Brave Thunders will try to push the tempo up. Tsutsuji pick and roll here with Fazekas. Fazekas simply unstoppable. Well, Nick Fazekas, excuse me. I have that issue of calling him Fazekas, but it is Nick Fazekas, the former NBA player. But oh my lord, DJ Newbill just went backdoor with a slam jam. Goodness gracious, DJ Newbill. Well, he went backdoor. I mean, watch this. Newbill goes backdoor and he says, "Ayasu minasai." Well, that is a big time dunk. Watashi no nemae wa DJ Newbill. Dozo yoroshiku. Nice to meet you. Well, that was a huge flush dunk there by DJ Newbill, throwing it down. And now it's a 6-point ball game to the Kawasaki Brave Thunder. But Osaka Evessa just keep pegging back. And we have a timeout as 1:53 to go here in the first half. So now 1:53 to go here in the first half as Kawasaki Brave Thunders do have the lead by 6 points. But again, Osaka Evessa just pegging back into this game, led by Ira Brown and DJ Newbill. So here comes the pick and roll scenario now. Fazekas takes a mid-range jump shot, can't get it, and now Tatsuya Ito transition. Josh Harrelson now finds Ira Brown. Brown got it by Pablo Aguilar. Well, Brown forces up a tough shot, doesn't get it. Probably wasn't the best shot he could have taken, but again, just over a minute now to go here in the first half as Kawasaki Brave Thunders are trying to hold on to this lead. Well, Fazekas looking for some movement right now. Nobody moving off the ball. Down to Pablo Aguilar. Kicks it out. Finds Jordan Heath under the basket. He's got to go up with it. Someone's got to shoot it. Aguilar. That's a. Did he get it off in time? I think 24-second violation. Well, if you look at DJ Newbill, and they're going to call an offensive foul on DJ Newbill. DJ Newbill just gave a push off to Yuma Fuji. I think DJ Newbill wants to look at the replay from the previous play because I think he felt that was a 24-second violation when Pablo Aguilar scored. And I might have to agree with him on that one. All right. Kawasaki Brave Thunders are going to call timeout. Well, here's the offensive foul. Well, there's no arguments there. I mean, that's a foul. That's a good call by the referee because DJ Newbill pushes off with his left hand. So the referee's got that one right. DJ Newbill should have no arguments whatsoever. But the previous play, I personally felt that Pablo Aguilar didn't get the shot off in time. But nonetheless, it will be Kawasaki Brave Thunder's ball on the sideline with 48.8 seconds to go here in the first half. So now the twin towers here of Kawasaki Brave Thunders, being Pablo Aguilar and Nick Fazekas. Pablo Aguilar, as we mentioned, came from the Real Madrid Academy in Spain, originally from Granada, Spain, but again, Ira Brown just picks the pocket, but they come up with it again. Osaka Evessa too slow to come up with the loose ball, but Nick Fazekas puts him up by 10 points. Well, it looks like Ira Brown was the only one trying to make the effort to come up with a loose ball, and nobody else responded. Orelson now looks to back down, kicks out to Ira Brown. It's a long two, the foot on the line, no good. Orelson with a rebound. Sumino for three, doesn't get it. No, he does. Whoa. Ryogo Sumino fooled everybody on that shot. Now we get the last few seconds. Suji kicks out. The three is up. The three is no good. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is the Kawasaki Brave Thunders who hold on to a 7-point lead, 42-35 over our hosts. Brave Thunders will be very happy with themselves going into the halftime break. While Kenji Sato has a lot to think about for his players. DJ Newbill, Josh Orelson, and Ryogo Sumino putting in big performances now already for Osaka Evessa. But that is as it stands here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long, as we'll be back for the second half of this B-League quarterfinal matchup between Osaka Evessa, the hosts, and the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the second half of this B-League quarter-final fixture in the playoffs between our hosts, Osaka Evessa and the Kawasaki Brave Thunder as well. Nick Fazekas, along with Jordan Heath, has been leading the way for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. There are some highlights from the first half, of course. It's just been a very, very good game, to say the least. I mean, Osaka Evessa, they came out like a house on fire, shooting very well from the perimeter. There you can see Sumino-san hitting the wide-open three-pointer. Ira Brown as well, he's hit some big shots as well. Just caused a lot of problems in the early stages for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, but there's the pick-and-roll sequence between Naoto Tsuji and Nick Fazekas. There again, he's been very, very good in this game, causing all sorts of problems. There's Tsuji, you can see pulling up the three-pointer, playing with a lot of confidence in his shooting ability. There's a step-back three-pointer. That was Matthias Calfani. Again, I don't think he even knew he made that one, as Yuma Fuji made a strong drive into the basket. Just able to kiss that one off the glass. DJ Newbill did start to light it up a little bit better in the second quarter. They're going to need a lot more of that in this game if he's to come out and lead Osaka Evessa to a big victory. Remember, these two teams will be playing tomorrow night, which will be a very, very big fixture here in the B-League playoffs. And there's Nick Fazekas there with a beautiful little penetration. Trademark Fazekas shot, one-handed floater. And DJ Newbill with the hammer time, with a cram jam, actually, right over Jordan Heath. Again, Nick Fazekas there, trademark Statue of Liberty shot. Well, here are some stats from the game, of course. There you can see Osaka Evessa shooting very well from the perimeter, 53%, while Kawasaki Brave Thunder is only 5 of 17, but they are 11 for 17 from within the rainbow. But Osaka Evessa have not shot a free throw this evening. I mean, they got to change that. But they are out rebounding Kawasaki Brave Thunders 22-16. 8 offensive rebounds to 4, and Jordan Heath knows that he's going to have to change that stat going into the second half if they're going to hold on to this lead. Well, now we're going to get set to start the second half, and Osaka Evessa will be hoping to retake control. You can see top scorers for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Nick Fazekas, along with Pablo Aguilar, and Yuma Fuji coming up very big, along with Naoto Tsuji, putting in. Well, there was a take by Ira Brown. Strong move going to the basket. There's 10 points, 2 3-point field goals for that matter as well. So now Osaka Evessa will have the first possession here in the second half, and Hiromu Nakamura is into the game in their lineup. Snugo almost lost the ball now. Nakamura took about 4 steps there. Howard Brown gets fouled by Nick Fazekas, and he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Lyra Brown, originally from Corsica, Texas, played his university basketball at Gonzaga, graduating in 2009. He's had a very successful career, started his professional career in Mexico before going to the Philippines in 2011. Made the move to Japan the season after, where he's been ever since. Lane doesn't get it, but Fazekas comes up with an offensive rebound. He can't put the putback, and now Osaka Evessa can start to build tempo here. It's DJ Newbill kicks this one out, sorry. Left wide open. How wide open does he need to be? Doesn't get, oh yes he does. Gets the drop on it. Nakamura did so well there to get open. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunders respond down the other end with a wide open 3-pointer, and Naoto Tsuchi nails it. This is out now. Transition, here we go for Fazekas. Fazekas, no look pass under the basket, and Ryusei Shiroyama-san lays it up. This pass came from Nick Fazekas. DJ Newbill looking to isolate. Well, has Jordan Heath on him, and now identifies the mismatch and wants to isolate here. Kicks in the corner. Sumino with a little floater. Gets it. Yogo. Sumino. Tsuchi had the 3-pointer, pass this one up. Gets up now to Shinoyama. Shinoyama had an ankle breaker. Shinoyama doesn't get it. Heath with a rebound, and Heath with a putback. Newbill now looking for a handoff, crosses over, steps back, takes a 3-point. Oh, baby! DJ Newbill, are you serious? Well, just how does he find the time and space to have that step back? Is now Fazekas for 3, and it is a shootout. Nick Fazekas from downtown. These two teams now just cooking it up. Oh, Brown with a mid-range shot, doesn't get it. Aguilar with a rebound. Now, there's Suji who come off one screen. Suji tried to get it to Fazekas, he couldn't do it. Comes up to Jordan Heath now. Suji again off one screen. Suji all the way. Doesn't get the and one, but he will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, Naoto Tsuchi is a native here of Osaka from the region of Habikino. Went to Ayama Gakuen University and has been with the Kawasaki Brave Thunders since 2012. Point lead now to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Brown tries to pass to Sumino, finds DJ Newbill. Newbill looking to isolate against Pablo Aguilar, pump fakes, steps through, unable to get it, but there you can see Josh Harrelson with a tip back. Tries a love pass to Jordan Heath. Heath under the basket, finds Aguilar. Aguilar a little too soft, can't get it. Ziegler now kicks out, good ball movement down the middle, in the lane, little Fangirl can't get it. A wasted opportunity, and now Shinoyama. Three-pointer, transition, doesn't get it. Teams that you can see, sloppy passes to play there. Kawasaki Brave Thunders probably came up with a better shot than Osaka Evessa, but again, unable to capitalize in transition. It's Nubil, another three, and Nubil is nothing but net. It's his fourth tray ball of the night. TJ Nubil, again, seems to be a much better three-point shooter when it's a low percentage shot, of course. Suji tries another three-pointer, doesn't get it. Heath with a rebound, Heath under the basket, and Jordan Heath gets the and one. Where you had Ira Brown, DJ Nubil, and Harrelson. Nobody blocked him out. Three Osaka Evessa players, not one of them could have got a body on Jordan Heath. Doesn't get the three-point play. Under the basket, Ira Brown. Oh, he missed a wide-open layup, and I think it was the fear of knowing that Nick Fazekas was behind him. In that situation, Ira Brown's got to try and go up and dunk it. If anything, get fouled, but you can't miss a layup like that, especially when you're trying to get back in the game. As Fazekas a bit of contact, and Nick Fazekas simply unstoppable. 9-point lead now to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Finds DJ Nubil. Nubil down the middle. Foul has been called on the ground. I think they're going to call that one on. I believe they are. It's going to be called on Yuma Fuji with a reach-in. Right there, Fuji with his left swiped right there. There's a foul. Good call by the official. Under the basket, hangs in the air. Got it to go. Ryogo Sumino. Sumino there did very well to tuck the layup away. Cuts it down to a 7-point ball game with 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Aguilar now throws this one up to Fazekas. Fazekas has the mismatch. Fazekas all the way. Nick Fazekas, 3 letters, sums this man up. MVP. In the lane now, good ball movement. Finds DJ Nubil. Nubil gets away with a travel on that one. Back to Ira Brown. Ira Brown. Oh my lord. Well, Ira Brown. Goodness gracious. I thought Ira Brown was going to rip the ring down on that one, but gets fouled in the process. Oh my lord. Ira Brown was going to put Pablo Aguilar on a poster. Now, I wonder if they called an unsportsmanlike foul. No, they haven't. I felt that the reaction from the players possibly meant something else was added to it, but doesn't look like it. So Ira Brown misses the first free throw. Makes the second one. It's an 8-point ball game now with just over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Goes in the lane now. Shinoyama mid-range can't get it. Fazekas with a rebound. Fazekas with a putback. Oh, Fazekas with a steal. Oh, baby! Nick Fazekas. Sugoi. Nick Fazekas, man. You gotta love this guy. I mean, just how does Nick Fazekas do it both ends of the court? That is just good stuff by Nick Fazekas. Goes out of bounds and off Josh Harrelson, and Osaka Evessa right now have a problem, and that problem is Nick Fazekas. Well, Fazekas there, you can see, did very, very well to play good defense and come up with a loose ball still, but well, the three from Jordan Heath, the three is up, it's no good. Foul has been called. It's a call that I think that of course, Osaka Evessa will be disappointed with, because they would have felt they had an opportunity there in transition to come up with a layup. It's definitely a foul, that's for sure, but I think Ira Brown would have wanted Osaka to get the chance to go out and transition, but they pulled the foul on Yuma Fuji. And now Garrett Stutz is checked back into the game for Osaka Evessa. Brown now looking to throw down to Stutz, but pulls up for the mid-range shot. Way off the mark, can't get it. As Kawasaki Brave Thunder secure the rebound. Fazekas puts it on the floor. Fazekas try to force a shot up. Great defense by Ira Brown. Now they are trailing by 12 points are the Osaka Evessa, and they're going to have to start getting some good shots. And right now, comes up one screen now. Tatsuhito with step back. It's down low to Harrelson. Harrelson's got to force up a fadeaway. Again, it's tough shot after tough shot now for Osaka Evessa. Now Urusei Shinoyama thought about taking it. In the lane now, turns it over. This is where Osaka Evessa need to be quick. They need to try to get out in transition. The shot is up and the shot is good. That will give him a lot of confidence. Sumino, again, stepping up big time and hitting a big time shot. Fazekas, I mean, this is big this time, just as he did in the victory against Utsunomiya Brex, where everybody expected the Brex. And again, Fazekas, another steal. And he's doing it both ends of the court. Eurostep keeps the ball alive. This is a big offense now for Kawasaki. Down the middle, in the lane, kicks out, good ball movement. Heath had the three-point, didn't take it. Heath in the lane, pulls up a tough one, doesn't get it, and out. Ira Brown in transition. He is fouled very hard by Ryosei Shinoyama, and I think they want to. Ira Brown, I agree with him. I would call for an unsportsmanlike on that situation, because yeah, he wants him to look at the replay. Ira Brown felt that the fast break was deliberately stopped by Ryosei Shinoyama. So watch Ira Brown here, watch Shinoyama. Shinoyama goes right into it. No attempt to play the ball. It's a deliberation. So Ira Brown has a case there. It's a good thing about B.LEAGUE basketball, and what I love about this league is that the officials do let the physicality of the game play. In that situation, that is a deliberation of stopping the fast break. So watch. There, right here. There's no attempt to play the basketball. There's no reach there. So Ira Brown definitely has a case. The question is, let's see what decision the officials decide to make. It's going to be interesting to see what decision the officials have made here. Of course, it's called regular foul. Interesting. But again, The style of B.LEAGUE basketball does allow the physicality of the players to play. That's what you have to love about it. But it's an interesting scenario that the former Gonzaga Bulldog, who also played in the Philippine Basketball Association, which was his first professional job outside of the Americas region. Remember, he started his professional career in Mexico. Ira Brown, 38 years of age, but my word, does he look like he's got 10 years left in him. He is still playing very well. He makes a free throw. Ten-point lead now to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Another foul's being called. That's a silly foul to give away. I think Tatsuhito just tripped over and lost his footing, so I think Ito tripped over actually, so again, apologies to Tatsuhito. But the fact that he tripped over is what forced him to fall into Yuma Fuji. Fuji off another screen. Fuji pulls up for a three-pointer, doesn't get it. Garrett Stutz with a rebound, and now Osaka Evessa could potentially go 2 for 1 here. Google throws down low now. Under the basket, it's too easy. And that's what Osaka Evessa's missed. He's been able to use his size to compete with Nick Fazekas. So now there are 5 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, you want to get the last shot, but Fazekas wastes no time because Fazekas makes the floater. It's a 10-point lead, and now Ryogo Sumino in the corner, can't get it. There's a bit of time left. Kalfani finds Fazekas. Oh, baby! Nick Fazekas lays it up. And Kawasaki Brave Thunders put themselves back up by 12 points with 1 quarter to go. You gotta ask yourself, Ryogo Sumino. Yes, he was wide open, but there was a lot of time left. Run the clock down. Missed three-pointer. Allow Kawasaki Brave Thunders to get the final field goal of the third quarter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is B.LEAGUE playoff quarterfinal fixture. Game 1 between our hosts, Osaka Evessa, and the visitors, the Kawasaki Brave Thunder, as we head into the final quarter of play. So Nick Fazekas now really has been the difference in this game, as he was the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. The victory they had against Utsunomiya Brex. Remember, Utsunomiya Brex, arguably the greatest team here in the B-League this season. Well, an illegal screen was set, I think, on Matthias Kalfani, so the three-pointer will not count. So Osaka Evessa now with 1 more quarter to take care of the home court advantage. Remember, next game against Kawasaki Brave Thunders, they don't want to make sure that they're on the road in a tough fixture. The shot is up in the mid-range, is tucked away. There's Ryogo Sumino, the man who missed the final shot at the end of the third quarter, which led to a wide-open Nick Fazekas layup. So Pablo Aguilar now will play the 5 spot as Naoto Tsuji can't get it, but an offensive rebound. Matias Calfani fighting. Matias Calfani! Oh my lord. And the man from Uruguay just going in for the second chance. Turnover. And now Kawasaki Brave Thunder can build on the lead. Puts it behind his back just to kick this one out. Calfani looking for a handoff. Down to Calfani, got it by Harrelson. Good backdoor play, and he gets the and one. And look at Ryosei Shinoyama, he's loving it. Ryosei Shinoyama on the bench is celebrating, but what a beautiful backdoor play. A nice little 1-2 punch between Matias Calfani. Here comes the ball, the low block, the bounce pass, the fake cut to the middle. Oh baby, this is Kawasaki Brave Thunder basketball. Well, Yuto Otsuka makes the 3-point play, and it's now a 15-point lead to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. So now Osaka Evessa trailing by 15 points. Really in big need now. Somebody needing to step up. No Ira Brown in the court, but Tatsu Ito along with Sumino. Josh Harrelson. Sumino now kicks out. They get a wide open look. The 3 is in the corner. The 3 is no good. Stutz with the offensive rebound. Now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, that's what Garrett Stutz needs to do right now. He's going to have the size mismatch against both Aguilar and Matias Calfani. So he's got to make sure he comes up with those rebounds. So Garrett Stutz makes the first free throw. Makes the second one. Cuts it down to a 13-point ball game. Hesitation now in the lane. Kicks out to Calfani in the corner. Pump fakes. Well, hesitated off the backboard. Well, it's that man again, Yuto Otsuka. Yuto Otsuka there, hitting a big-time shot. Oh, Yuto Otsuka comes up with a steal now. He's got Pablo Aguilar with him. Otsuka all the way, and he lays it up. And now it's a 17-point lead to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, Osaka Evessa right now have lost all their confidence. They've got to try and gain it back, and I think an offensive foul now is going to be called. An illegal screen set by Garrett Stutz. Now it's just going from bad to worse. Well, Yuto Otsuka has been the difference, but Garrett Stutz has to be smarter than that. Cannot afford to pick up any silly fouls. They need him in the game. Well, this could go potentially to a 20-point ball game if Kawasaki hit a 3-pointer. So they currently lead by 17. In the lane now looking for a kick out. There's the love pass in the low block. In the corner, there's the 3. Gets the foul, and he almost got the and one. So now it's going to be 3 free throws to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Well, the foul is on Ira Brown. That was right at the end of the shot clock, and there you can see the Kawasaki Brave Thunder players quickly up. Yuma Fuji. There's Matias Calfani having a gentleman's conversation with Ira Brown. Well, Fuji makes the first one. Well, he has been a very, very good player for Kawasaki Brave Thunders this season. He's just been very reliable, you know, very hard-working, but also can shoot the ball very well. Right now, it is a 20-point lead to the Kawasaki Brave Thunder. As DJ Newbill's back into the game along with Ira Brown. They have 7 minutes to make a comeback here. Brown looking for a handoff. Gets up to Sumino. Goes back to another handoff. Gets this one out. Nubill now with little time left. The foul has been called on Otsuka. It's a definite foul. He's got no arguments whatsoever. Nubill now on the ball. Gives it up. They get a quick shot. The shot is up. No good. Aguilar with a rebound. Osaka Evessa now really struggling, but more importantly, they got to play defense now. They don't want this to go from bad to worse. In the lane, puts up a little hook, and he gets one. And right now, Keisuke Masuda-san will go to the free throw line to make a 3-point play. Now it's a 22-point lead, possibly could go up to 23. What a pass down low by Yuma Fuji. Fuji finding Masuda, kissing that one off the backboard. And now we'll go to the free throw line. So he makes a 3-point play. Nubill now pick and roll here with Ira Brown. Puts a little floater. That's what they missed. Somebody just to step into the game and make the big shot. Now Matthias Calfani comes back in. Calfani looking to go pick and roll here with Yuma Fuji. Cross-court pass now finds Otsuka. Otsuka, big shot, can't get it. Now DJ Nubill secures a rebound. Hesitation by Nubill. Gets fouled, but now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. With 5:48 to go here in the 4th quarter, as his team trails by 21 points. Well, now 19-point ball game. Takes it in the lane. Calfani turns it over. Ira Brown with a steal. There's a shot, can't get it. The offensive rebound. Nubill goes up. No foul called. This time the foul is called. So DJ Nubill will go to the basket now. Free throw line, excuse me, for 2 shots. I thought the foul, first one was there. Looks like they're going to call the foul on. That's an interesting one. It's going to be called on Masuda, I believe. But you could argue that Yuma Fuji did reach in as well, but nonetheless, he will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Here comes the handoff now. It's DJ Nubel. Well, has an ankle breaker. Doesn't get a little bit flat. Kalfani with a rebound. Kalfani throws a lob. Beautiful pass. Oh, he's got to finish it. Kicks out. Could be a Yasumina side. And it is just that. Oh, Keisuke Masuda with a big-time three-pointer. Well, Masuda, again, was wide open on the perimeter. Pulled the trigger. And the rest was history. And the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, look at the pass by Kalfani. Kicks out to Fuji. Fuji kicks out to Masuda. And Masuda says, Ayasumi nasai. Big time three-pointer. So now being a 22-point lead to Kawasaki Brave Thunders in total control of this game now with 4:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. I mean, this is their game right now. Total control for them. Gonna have to try and finish this game off, of course, and look forward to tomorrow's matchup. I mean, tomorrow's matchup is gonna be huge, that's to say the least. Kawasaki Brave Thunders know that a matchup most likely will be with Utsunomiya Brex if they are to finish this, but take nothing away from Osaka Evessa. They know as well this game and this series is definitely not over, but they will be disappointed knowing that on their home court that they are just being outplayed, out-hustled, and outwitted by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Now Kawasaki putting on the full court pressure. So Aguilar is out there along with Yuma Fuji, Matthias Kalfani, Masuda. Checking back into the game is Takumi Hasegawa for. There's a double team. Goes out of bounds now. Last touch. They're saying it came off of Matthias Kalfani, so we'll be sideline ball to Osaka Evessa. Double teams now. The defense very physical and aggressive. Kawasaki just want to keep on going. Sumino can't get it. Stutz with a rebound. Stutz gets fouled. Now Garrett Stutz will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Now only makes one of the free throws, trailing by 19 points with just over 4 minutes ago. Kawasaki looking to close this game out. No need to rush things. We'll try another 3-point. 3 is up, it's no good. Foul has been called on DJ Newbill. So DJ Newbill is being called for foul in the box out. Now I wonder if that's a very interesting one. It's going to be 2 shots now to Matthias Kalfani. There's the 3-pointer. I think they felt DJ Newbill just pushed off with his left arm on the box out. Now 2 free throws to Matthias Kalfani. He makes the first one. As we mentioned, when Matthias Kalfani had 2 great seasons with San Lorenzo de Magro, where they won the FIBA Americas League in 2018 against Mogi das Cruz from Brazil. And in the second year, they defeated Guaros de Lara of Venezuela. Also featured for Uruguay at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. They were 1 victory away against Puerto Rico 2019 at the final window for qualifying for that World Cup in China, but were unable to do so. Ira Brown now kicks this one out. Brown gets caught in the double team, pulls up in the mid-range, a little bit short. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunders will push. Yeah, there's a travel call there. I think it fooled me on that one. I was about to say travel, but the official did call it. But what Otsuka didn't realize was Yuma Fuji was wide open. And now Jordan Heath checks back into the game. His team is winning by 21 points here. We have under 3.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Fuji down the middle. Oh, sorry. Tatsuhito, excuse me. Tatsuhito again. You just see the change of speed, but again, a little bit too much on the floater. Otsuka now got it by Tatsuhito. Otsuka gets away with a push, gets rejected by Garrett Stutz. Stutz protects the rim. DJ Nubel down the middle, bit of contact goes up. Now the foul was on the ground, but both teams now are in the penalty, so it will be 2 free throws now to DJ Nubel. Changes pace, draws the foul, Pablo Aguilar.
Osaka member change, number 9, Fujimoto Kofa.
So change now for Osaka. Coming into the name is Kota Fujimoto. Only just checked into the game, and Tatsuya Ito goes to the bench and takes a breather. Well, Fujimoto, a young guard, born in 1998, a young prospect. He's played 3 games this season so far. He's scoring 15 points. He's averaging 5 points per game. Shooting 42% from the 3-point line, of course. Now Otsuka looking to back this one down. On the ball, heavily guided by Fujimoto. Has to kick out. The 3 is in the corner. They gotta get a shot off 1 second. At the end of the shot clock, doesn't get it. Stutz with a rebound. Now Osaka Evessa trailing by 21. Really need to get something going quick as Nubel goes in with a little floater off the backboard. DJ Nubel, tough shot, kisses that one off the glass. Again, no need to rush things here for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They've done their job this evening. They've taken care of business. They do have one more game to go as the 3 is up. The 3 is no good. Can't secure the rebound as DJ Nubel comes up with it. Ira Brown turns it over. Sloppy passage of play, but again, Kawasaki Brave Thunder. There's no need to rush anything, just slow it down. The game is in their hands, as they have been fantastic this evening, taking care of business. Crosses over in the lane, puts up a teardrop, doesn't get the and 1. That was a beautiful move by Yasunori Aoki. I mean, look at this crossover. No regard for Garrett Stutz. Unable to get the and 1. But he will now go to the free throw line for the 2 shots. Makes the first one. You gotta love this player. The confidence, the swag, the ability to step up. Putting it back to a 20-point lead. Makes the free throw. Now Fujimoto looking to kick this one out. Finds Ira Brown. Garrett Stutz under the basket. Lays it up. That's a consolation point now for Osaka Evessa. They trail by 19 points, with 107 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kawasaki Brave Thunders have taken care of business here. Not on their home court, down here in the south of Japan, in the big city of Osaka. There's a love pass, finds Jordan Heath under the basket. He gets fouled. Now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. The foul was on Ira Brown. Again, the size has been a big difference for Kawasaki Brave Thunders in this matchup. Heath missed the first free throw, and again, it won't be too much of a disappointment. This is a consolation now for Osaka Evessa if he does miss that one. Doesn't get it. Osaka Evessa secure the rebound, and now they can push. Finds Ira Brown. Slight foul on the out of bounds there. I think they've called that on Jordan Heath, but it's a very tough one to say the least. The question you got to ask is, why are you fouling him? Just let him take that penetration. The game's done. Dead and buried right now. And the man from Texas hits the first free throw. Doesn't get the second one. Behind his back again, playing with the confidence, finds Otsuka. Otsuka hesitates in the middle. Otsuka puts up a little teardrop off the backboard. For a big time shot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here live. B.LEAGUE quarterfinal matchup, Game 1, between the Kawasaki Brave Thunders and Osaka Evessa. But at the end of this one, it is the visitors who come out victorious, 95-75. A big, big victory for Kawasaki Brave Thunders here on the road against Osaka Evessa. That man there, Nick Fazekas, big time performance. Ira Brown played well in the first half, couldn't get it going in the second half for Osaka Evessa. But at the end of this one, there you can see victory does go to the Brave Thunders. He simply ran away with this one. And you can see it was just a big, big time performance. And you can see Fazekas and his teammates just applauding onwards. It was a very, very big victory for them. As Urusei Shinoyama showing his support and love for the away fans. And that was a very, very big performance. And those two players, national team teammates, probably will feature at the FIBA Asia Cup and at the Olympics together. Well, it was just a big, big performance to say the least. But at the end of this one, that is as it stands here.
佐藤ヘッドコーチ、素晴らしい勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
なぜ笑ってるんでしょうか。
いや、久しぶりだなと思って。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
まず CS、チャンピオンシップ初戦ということで、大阪と少し、試合の期間が空いてましたけど、そういったことも含めて、今日の試合を振り返ってみて、チーム全体の出来っていうのはどうだったでしょうかね。
そうですね、チャンピオンシップまで少し間が空いたのと、あとはやっぱり無観客というかリモートゲームの雰囲気に慣れるまで少し時間かかったかなっていうのはありましたけど、徐々にリズムつかんでディフェンスから激しくやってっていううちのバスケットが展開できるようになったかなと思います。
ありがとうございます。おっしゃったようにしっかり川崎のメンバーがこの川崎のバスケットを遂行していたようにすごく印象を受けました。で西地区2位の大阪に対してはどのようなところを意識して、試合に臨まれたんでしょうか。
トランジションオフェンスのところがリーグナンバーワンの効率なので、とにかくそこを警戒して、準備してきました。明日も同じように切り替えは非常に早いと思うので、そこだけは絶対やらせないように。あとリバウンドですね、いいディフェンスしてもリバウンド取られると、今日も何本か取られたので、そこを修正して明日もう一回徹底したいと思います。
ありがとうございます。今おっしゃったようにファーストブレイクの得点が4得点というところで、すごく遂行されてた選手の皆さんが素晴らしいと思いました。では明日の試合に向けて、抱負を、映像の向こうで応援してくださっている皆様に一言お願いします。
はい、リモートで本当にたくさんの方を応援してくれてると思います。本当にいつもありがとうございます。皆さんの声援、応援、サポートは我々に届いてますので、それをエネルギーにしてまた明日も一試合頑張ります。明日も応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。明日も素晴らしい試合に期待しています。
ありがとうございます。
Well, the words, of course, that, Kawasaki moved the ball very well tonight. They were very, very unselfish, and the coach, of course, very, very pleased with how well they've ended this game and how they're going into the next game, of course. And it will be very, very interesting to see how they match up in Game 2. But for Osaka Evessa, it's going to be very tough. They need to learn how to defend against a team that does share the basketball. And more importantly, it's just how well they execute their offenses and get those open looks from the perimeter. That is as it stands at the end of this one. And here is Nick Fazekas.
選手、まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日も素晴らしい活躍でしたが、試合を振り返ってみて、チームとしてまた個人としての出来っていうのはどうだったでしょうか。
Yeah, obviously, we came on the road. We thought it was important to come get Game 1 and kind of come out with a lot of energy. And me and my teammates were, we thought we came out and sustained it the whole game.
でやっぱりアウェーに来て、第一戦を取らなければいけないっていうのがすごく自分たちの目標でもあったので、今日しっかりと、しっかりエナジーを出してプレーするっていうことが僕たちのチームとしての目標ですし、それがしっかりと実行できた試合だと思っています。
ありがとうございます。今おっしゃったみたいにチャンピオンシップの初戦ということで、どういったところを特に意識しながら試合に臨まれたんでしょうか。
Like I said, we just wanted to come in. Obviously, we came in, on the road. We wanted to come in with a lot of energy. And again, getting Game 1 in a 3-game series is pretty critical. So we felt like today was a must-win.
でアウェーでやっぱり試合をするというのはすごく厳しいことなので、やっぱりゲーム、3シリーズ、3戦の、ゲームシリーズになってくると、第1ゲームっていうのがすごく大事になってくると思うので、今日の1試合目本当にしっかりと取らないと、なかなか厳しい戦いになるというのは分かってたので、今日にしっかりとかけてきました。
ありがとうございます。本日の試合はリモートゲームとなっておりまして、会場に来て応援される予定だった方も、映像を通しての応援となりました。多くのこの川崎ブレイブサンダーズファミリーの皆様が共に戦っていたと思うんですが、そんな皆様に明日の試合へ向けての抱負を含めて一言お願いします。
Obviously it's a bummer not to even have the, Osaka fans here, but, we're going to try to perform well again tomorrow for not only them, but the, all the Kawasaki fans watching at home. And, we look forward to trying to get another win tomorrow.
で川崎のファンの皆様も、来れなくて残念だったと思うんですけど、本当に大阪のファンの皆様も本当に悔しい思いをしていると思っているので、明日もしっかりと、川崎のファンにも、いい試合を見せたいですし、大阪のファンのためにもいい試合を見せて、勝ちたいと思っています。
ありがとうございます。素晴らしい活躍、明日も期待しています。
はい。
Well, Nick Fazekas there, you can see very, very happy, of course, with how his team performed, but more importantly, noting the fact that it was unfortunate the opposing fans weren't here tonight, excuse me. Again, just shows you how well connected the Japanese community is with fans and players, and how much it means to the fans for basketball here in Japan. Well, some last moments from the head coach of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, that they had some very good moments in the games, but the fact that there weren't fans here was quite tough for the players, because the players live off the energy from the fans, of course. They talked very well about Osaka Evessa's transition game, but again, Kawasaki Brave Thunders did a very, very good job of containing them and making them play in the half court. Of course, they had very, very good energy into this game. There are some of the big highlights, of course. You can see that Kawasaki Brave Thunders are one of those teams that really believe in themselves, that they can go all the way and win this championship, even though they will have to go up against Utsunomiya BLEAGUE in the next round, that is. Again, it was that kind of night, of course. I mean, Kawasaki was struggling to contain DJ Newbill in the early stages. It's Pablo Aguilar with the three-pointer from downtown, showing his range. Again, what a lineup it was. Newbill, not only, but Ira Brown, excuse me. Well, Harrelson was very quiet this evening. I mean, he started off like a house on fire in the early stages for Osaka Evessa, but wasn't able to keep it going and get that momentum going. Here it is, hammer time, DJ Newbill with a monster dunk. Well, that was just a big time play by DJ Newbill, of course. I mean, that was just big as you like. Huge, huge play by DJ Newbill. There was Ira Brown with a steal, but unable to come up with it still. But Nick Fazekas able just to tuck that one away. Just too easy for Nick Fazekas. Suji with a big shot. And you can see, of course, Nick Fazekas doing very well there, coming up with a loose ball, and he was a big difference in this game. That was a deep, deep three-pointer by Sumino. Again, they needed more of that in the stages, but they needed just someone else to step in and step up for them. That was just huge, of course. something they're going to have to take into the next game because they're going to have to really play well together. Tempo will be key, of course, to them as well. You know, trying to ensure that they go out there and play to their style. But Otsuka was just huge for Kawasaki in the fourth quarter, stepping up and hitting some big shots. And he was a little floated by DJ Newbill. That's what they missed. They just needed other players to step in and step up for them. Well, we'll take a look at some of the stats for this evening. Of course, you know, it was a big game as usual. Osaka Evessa struggling from within inside the rainbow, only 16 for 41. They did shoot 10 for 22 from downtown. And in the second half, at 18 free throws, had 0 in the first half, and they did have rebound. I mean, it was just the play of Nick Fazekas that really caused a lot of problems for Osaka Evessa. Of course, the points in the paint, I mean, that is just huge. 50 in the favor of Kawasaki Brave Thunders. I mean, that is just, that's the difference. As the great Charles Barkley once said, the team that scores the most amount of easy points is usually the team that wins the game. But in today's modern game, they say it's about the perimeter. But right now, Kawasaki Brave Thunders really did take care of business on their home court. Sorry, on the road, excuse me. Well, that was just huge, of course. Well, now we'll probably look at some of the individual accolades from this game. And again, it was just a very big game from a lot of players from that standpoint, to say the least. They can see top scorers in the game. DJ Nuba had 22. Rogo Sumino with 20. Ira Brown with 15. But Nick Fazekas, unbelievable 25-point performance. I mean, you expect that from Nick Fazekas. Just a huge game for his standards. Otsuka and Yuma Fuji stepping in with 10 and 12 as well. 12 and 11, excuse me. Well, big time performance from those three players from each team. And again, it'll be interesting to see what those stats look like in the next game they play against each other. Well, so far, game one going in favor to Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and the winner of this series will play the winner of Sunrocker Shibuya and Utsunomiya Brex. Well, Chiba Jets will be taking on the Mikawa Seahorses. Then you can see Toyama Grouses will be taking on Ryoko Golden Kings. That is in the other side of the quarterfinals. After this, we'll have the semis, and then we'll have B.LEAGUE finals of the 2020-21 regular season of the Japanese B.LEAGUE. Well, it was a fantastic matchup. A very exciting game between these two sets of teams, but be interested to see who goes forward and who goes through and who will. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so far you can see other games will be going on. There are some of the B2 playoffs as the Ibaraki Robots. They'll be in action very soon against the 89ers, along with the Alphas. And again, the development of Japanese basketball over the season has just skyrocketed. I think the prominence started back in 2006 when they held the FIBA World Cup. Obviously, if you go to the FIBA World Cup qualifiers where Japan had made a miraculous comeback led by Nick Fazekas, Ryoso Shinoyama in some games, of course, from Rui Hachimura and Yuta Watanabe. Fantastic to see that domestic basketball in Japan is becoming arguably one of the top professional leagues here in Asia. The pyramid system really working favors for the development of Japanese basketball. Well, it has been a very fantastic season. And again, great game this evening between these two teams. What a performance from both sets of players. We do thank you for joining us here tonight. But for now, it is good night and God bless from here in Osaka. Ayasumi nasai, and we'll see you tomorrow, ashita, for the second game of this fixture. As we mentioned, for now, see you later.